What is up, my brothers and sisters? It's your boy Juice. So I'm watching this channel, right? One of these people that like keep saying it's weather geoengineering, weather modification, and he starts going into the objects that were falling out the sky last week, I think it was. And he's like looking at the radar blips, and then he's like, at the same time, this object's falling out the sky. And he's like, I don't think it was just a meteor. And then they're showing somebody's house that it landed on. And he was like, I don't believe that happened either. And he was like, and I don't believe it's has anything to do with these. I don't think it was just an object or just a meteor that fell out the sky. So then he starts showing these other TikTokers that are talking about this. And specifically, he shows this one lady. And the lady's basically like, I don't think it. She's like, it's just weird because they turned the radar off and then they turned it on, and then there's these anomalies on the radar, and I don't think it was just because they turned it back on that there was anomalies, right? And it was trying to reboot or whatever. And then she goes into that the government now has a weapon that is a frequency emitter, and it's like this like speaker on top of a Humvee, and I'm like, that's been out since World War II. Yeah, Hitler was working on that technology. There's videos of it on YouTube right now. They didn't just create that right now. That's been around, right? And then I'm like, so they're like maintaining their bullshit narrative that it's the government and they're emitting frequencies and they're beaming them at us and they're the ones creating the weather, and I'm like, but that doesn't explain what was falling out of the sky. Like they never, like, they failed to mention or like explain that. Because the matter of the fact is, something is still falling from the sky and it's showing up on radar. Like, okay, you still think that it's the government and you still think that it's them beaming frequencies on the radar, but what happened? What was falling from the sky, right? Because there's objects and fireballs falling from the sky. Like, you never explained yourself. You never explained that part. Like, you just completely left that out of your narrative when you went back to trying to prove that it was weather frequencies and that they're controlling the weather. See, people don't want to admit they're wrong, or like, for like two reasons. One, because of pride. This makes you look stupid and feel stupid, right? That you believe some bullshit narrative that was never true. Or two, which I think is the main one, you don't want to admit that you were wrong or that like what you were saying was not correct, because this would discredit you and you would no longer get views or likes. Like, why would people listen to you? Why do they listen to you in the first place? Like, what are your credentials? Because you have a fucking opinion and that you're saying what everybody else thinks? And that, like, I mean, even the evidence people show and the things they're saying, I'm like, why do these fucking people believe these people? And why do these fucking people like not hear what they're saying out of their mouth? Like, and then I'm like, you don't even know for sure. Like, it sounds like you're just like coming up with shit because it's always something different. It's always something new, right? At first it was chemtrails, then it was the Doppler radar, then it was their beaming frequencies, right? And I'm like, y'all have come up with so much bullshit. You don't know how they're doing it, where they're doing it, why they're doing it, right? And then it's happening everywhere on the globe. Everywhere. Like, you have no explanation for that. And that's why I showed that video of like where like the military was showing that weapon where they're beaming these frequencies at people, and it's made for like dispersing rioters. And I'm like, how come they're not using those in the riots right now? They're still using the same old bullshit, right? They're using rubber bullets, they're using tear gas, they're using pepper spray, the same shit that they've been using since riots started, right? And I'm like, how come they haven't busted out that technology? Because I bet you if they pulled out one of them Humvees and started beaming these frequencies at people, and they all started burning, right? Their skin's burning, and they're like, ah, right, and they start like beaming these Humvees, you know, because I thought they sent the military to L.A. and all that bullshit. And I guarantee you pull out one of them Humvees and you start beaming fucking frequencies at people, like they're gonna stop coming in the streets, right? Like your rubber bullets and your pepper spray balls and all that bullshit, like that's not stopping anybody. Like they're still riding in the streets, and like that's not like discouraging them. I bet you if they pulled out one of them Humvees, all these fucking people would go home and be like, fuck that, man, that shit hurt, right? Like they were fucking beaming, like this fucking Humvee came out like a machine gun on the top, and they started beaming frequencies at us, and that shit hurt. Like I ain't going, fuck that, like I ain't going back out to that, right? Fuck you.